Alright, welcome back guys. It's Jeffrey and today we're going to talk about is Ripple crashing. But before we get into that video, if you're a cryptocurrency investor or interested in anything related to becoming a day trader, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications because I upload a video once a day giving you my daily breakdown of what I think is going on in the markets and also go over any questions you guys may have. Just be sure to drop them in the comments below this video and we can talk in there. If we take a look at Ripple on CoinMarketCap, it's still sitting underneath Bitcoin, but we have seen a drop in price over the past 24 hours. We are down 12% on the day, but I don't think we are crashing necessarily for good. Let's take a look at the charts and we can see what they are telling us. Let's go out to a daily time frame and we will start here. Whoa. Look at that. Okay, so first thing I noticed right off the bat is right here. Yesterday's high came in pretty much at $3.31. So we'll call it $3.30. That is exactly where yesterday's high was formed. Then the wick. So yesterday's candle made a really sharp move to the upward side and then wicked up there and came back down and closed basically at the same price that it opened, which was we opened at 272 and we closed at 272. So yeah, basically some people would call this a doji candlestick. I don't really focus on candlestick patterns, but if that's something that you're into, then that may be what you would see here. Some people see that as a topping formation in the charts. However, like I said, I do not follow that. So yeah, I don't necessarily see that as Ripple crashing, but I do think with such a hyper-extended move up from the 24-cent level, that we could definitely see some sort of retracement. And if you watched yesterday's video, you'll actually see, actually it wasn't yesterday's video, it was 2 days ago. If you watched the video from 2 days ago, you will actually hear me talking about if I see Ripple break above this box, I'm looking for this. If I see Ripple break below the box, I'm looking for this. However, it did not close above that box. It just formed the wick and then traded back down. So now I am basically looking for price to retrace down before continuing higher. So what levels am I looking for Ripple to possibly retrace down into? Well, I am going to tell you right now. Alright guys, so I think some areas that we could be looking for Ripple to trade down into over the next couple days, possibly through the weekend, could be 225 down to pretty much $2. Let's say $2 to 225. So let's go ahead and we will actually mark that out. So $2 to basically 225 is where I'm looking for a price to retrace down into. If we do see a break of $2, I would expect Ripple to want to trade into this level here. This is an ICT bullish order block. Once again, I will include the links down below in the description for the Inner Circle Trader's work on price action. He is the one that I learned all this information from as far as what I'm looking for in the markets and how I understand price action as a whole. So the next level, if we do break $2 and also break the low of $1.60, let me actually draw this on here too so we have them. So it's not a hindsight thing. Alright guys, so if we get a breach of $2, we are going to look for $1.60 and then $1.25. These are all levels that I would be looking to possibly buy at. What would make me look to buy at these levels? basically I would look for in the charts. All right, we're looking at a daily time frame right now. So these are all key levels that we would want to operate off on a daily time frame, right? So we could drop this down into a 1 hour time frame. And basically what I would be looking to happen is like this right here. You see how there was a low formed with this candle, and then there was another low formed here, and then another low formed here, and another low formed here. Basically, if I'm not seeing previous lows breached, then I'm going to continue looking for higher prices, right? So if I'm looking on a lower time frame, and I have my levels marked out from a higher time frame, I'm going to be looking for higher lows to be forming at these levels. So what is a higher low? That's exactly what we're looking at right here. It's basically just a low. A low is a candle that, this is a low. A low is basically a candle that makes a low, and then each candle on side of one candle has to close and not breach the other one. That's a horrible explanation. Okay. So if you're wondering what a high or a low is, it's basically a top or bottom in the marketplace. This is a high. I classify it as a high because there is a high right here, and then there's two candles on side of it that are lower than the candle in the middle. So that would be a high. Same, it's vice versa for a low. So a low, we got a low here, and then two candles on each side, one candle on each side of it is above the middle candle, right? So that would be considered the low. So if you notice here and here there's a low here and there's a low here. So no lower low was formed. So price is holding at this level. It's acting as support at 250, right? So what I'm going to look for is if I get any of these levels down here and we start forming higher lows, so lows that aren't being breached, right? So you see how this is a low, and then this candle here is breached, right? This is creating a lower low, a low, lower low, and this is basically the same low, so there is no lower low yet. But if it comes down and makes another lower low, we're going to continue to expect price to go into these levels. But once it obtains these levels, if we start to make higher lows, meaning the lows are just gradually on an upward curve, so like this, right? I don't really use trend lines, but if you look at the chart, you can see low, 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 low. They're never breaching the one before it, right? This is considered a bullish market. That's what you consider that. So that's what I'm going to look to happen at these key daily levels, right? You always want to do your analysis on a higher time frame and then refine it down to a lower time frame to basically find your entry. And once again, this is all stuff that I learned from the Inner Circle Trader. The links to his stuff will be in the description below, so check him out if you want to. And okay, lastly guys, I just want to briefly talk about my expectations in the future for Ripple. A couple people asked me about this, and as far as predictions and things like that go, I don't like to call things, so far in the future. Like, is Ripple going to be the same price as Bitcoin? Is Ripple going to be the same price as Litecoin? Honestly, I have no idea. So I just go based off what the charts are telling me. Right now, what I'm seeing is in the charts is there's a high that formed at $3.30 yesterday. So basically, until the point that we go above that, I'm considering that price would want to trade lower into these levels that we've mapped out in today's video. So if we don't get above this high, I'm expecting these levels to be traded to. Once these levels are traded to, if we start forming higher lows, then I'm expecting 330 to get ran, and basically a new high would be formed. So maybe that'll be 350. But I don't try to predict the market until I can see what it's saying. And right now, I either see that it wants to go above 330 or it wants to trade to the levels that we outlined in today's video. So if either one of those things happen, I'll then react from there. So if we get above 330, then I think maybe we'll get to $4. If we get to $4, then I think we'll get to $5. But I don't want to say, oh, we're at $3.30 right now, and Ripple's going to go to $330, because honestly, I'm lying to you if I tell you that. I have no idea. I don't think anyone has any idea, but I think a lot of people are just like out there telling you that shit and like putting it in their like video and whatever title for like clicks and shit. But it doesn't matter, right? Like, you can make money however you want, but you could make money in the market without knowing if it's going to be the price of Litecoin or not. As long as you know what price action is telling you, you can make money in the markets. You just have to react based off of what the market is telling you. And also, you got to know what you're doing. Like, you have to put in the time and know what you're doing to like understand this stuff. Like, if you're new and just like coming into my videos, you probably literally have no idea what I'm talking about. And that's cool. Like, I didn't know what the hell I was talking about at the beginning, like, and I didn't know what I was looking at the beginning, but it takes time, and basically that will come with experience. So if you're looking to learn about this stuff, definitely check out ICT's stuff. Inner Circle Trader, his stuff will be in the comments below. Check him out. And honestly, guys, I'd really love to know what your thoughts on Ripple are. Like, are you buying Ripple? Are you holding Ripple? Did you sell some Ripple? Whenever it made the high at 330, did that scare you? What's going on? Let me know what's going on in your head about Ripple. Are you invested? And yeah, let me know what's going on there. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like. It helps me get the channel out there and help more people kind of learn about price action. And really, I guess if they're invested in Ripple, help them out with their investment. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, turn on your post notifications. That way you never miss a video. And I will see you guys tomorrow.